the establishment of this particular center, especially when NSAS came in. They attacked so many Amoris in Lagos, in the east, everywhere. That is going out. But thank God they are coming friendly. My national coordinator, the general retired Diko, about 2 weeks ago, the police recovered some illicit weapon and handed over to the center for proper action. What are the proper actions? We look at it. When we look at it, we record it, we make a lot of things. If it is meant destroying, we destroy it. How do we destroy it? We cut it to pieces and we burn it. So we keep it aside because there may be a process of investigation. We deal with refer to.
So now today it's not unlikely we have mercenaries coming from neighboring countries to wreak havoc in Nigeria too. Yeah. Just like you said, some Nigerians have gone to serve as mercenaries in Libya and also other places.
Just like in other countries in Africa.
In other countries. Let's not lose the focus of our interview, at least this aspect of it. The voting pattern on Saturday is what some have predicted, have brought guests that predicted that presidential election was likely to be on regional or tribal basis. We have Peter Obi almost rounding everybody up in the east, the southeast, even south-south. We have Asiwaju almost. With the little we have seen the results released so far. And of course, we have heard about Atiku and Kokoso dominating affairs in the north. It ought to be a national affairs and not a regional affairs.
The political analyst will talk better. I'm a security expert. My own aim is to pray for peaceful conduct of the election. And I think by Saturday election, relatively peaceful. Now, when it comes to voting pattern or water view, I'm not an expert. And the results is yet to be out. All these results are getting a social media report. Until when INEC announced, then we look at the figure. Either personally or officially. I may not be able to comment whether it's a region, whether it's whatever. But there's one thing. Election can never be the same in this country. Everybody has his own reason of voting. And it's by number. It's by strategy. It depends on the strategy you are using. Even when they are bringing their candidate. I will look at it that strategy paid off. Oh, if I think it is the culture that will make me, I can go about it. Other people may think it's language. So everybody is free. The only thing is that the thing will continue to change as we are. Look at our age when we are coming up. Now look at our children. You can now see now that, well, by next election it can change. But we can only talk about what is the strategy a particular candidate want to use or not. Does it favor him? Does it not favor him? But political analysts and those who knows about it can now tell us whether it's region, whether it's tribal. I cannot say it until when I see the detail of the after the election, because there is going to be a report which you are going to study.
You've praised the security to high heavens about their handling of Saturday affairs. What about INEC, the major stakeholder? The little you know about, you will tell me you are not an expert in that field too. I will put it to you as a Nigerian that the electoral body, whether they hang your pass mark or otherwise,
they are very much above average by my own assessment, and this is personal, not from my center. The reason is that when you look at the number of polling units that voted and the one who could not vote, then it's clear, it's negligible.
The one where voting did not take place.
Either for lack of election material, either for missing of logo, either for water view. In any human endeavor, there will be lapses. What you watch only one, then the answer is easy. So we want to look at what is the total number of polling units across the country. Let us know the number where voting did not take place out of a lot of 3, which I had through the INEC. 1, some transporters declined not to work for their own safety. Some electoral process, ad hoc committee,
and safety is paramount.
It's paramount. That can happen. If not because, according to the director of information, he said they have backup. Backup really helped them. Just like Rivers, he said we have backup. I don't want to go deep because I am not an INEC officer. I'm just looking at it that the INEC to me performed very good, and it's an improvement of what they did last election. When you look at, we are now, election results are being released across the state, and the collation is going on. So let us see where election did not take place. When we see that figure, we'll be able to know. Because we are working on figure and timely release of the result. By the time this result out, you can say holistically, it is not yet right to say whether INEC as they perform well compared with the election started coming in and then result.
Even when we look at the size of this country, many people do forget about how huge Nigeria is when we do our assessment. From Maiduguri to Lagos is some 2 days journey. Just to back up on the fact that INEC may have not performed badly. Small harm, I know you have keen on discussing the issue of arms proliferation in Nigeria. Small arms proliferation in Nigeria, and in the East, where do they get this type of humongous weapons that IPOB and the rest are using? And I will also remind you that even on Saturday, during the elections, dynamite was used in Rivers State. How come that weapons are so easily accessed in Nigeria?
Thank you very much. It's not peculiar to Nigeria alone, and I will tell you 3 main areas where it can come into the country, and where what they within internally how they get it. Sir, you know, smuggling. There are still some bad smugglers who are not patriotic, who are not loyal to the country, who bring them in to sell. That's number one. We look at local fabricators and blacksmiths. If you see the way
local fabricators
and blacksmiths, they manufacture
rifles,
double single barrel that uses cartridges, not this our local den gun. You cannot know the difference. You cannot know the difference. So we are coming how they come in. One, apart from smuggling, some have gone to the outside Nigeria to go and fight one thing or the other illegally. They are bringing it back.
Those are the ones I call mercenaries.
Mercenaries. You are asking me the source.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you the source.
Okay.
There's local fabricators, by blacksmiths who are manufacturing this thing. Not only den gun, but single and double barrel using cartridges. That's another source. It's all over the country. No place is, it could be more in some region than others. That is some zones.
From your reports, where is it much now?
If you see the question you ask me, you understand it. Statistically, you understand. When you look at the activities of IPOP now, when you look at Niger Delta before, it has done that to some extent. Kudos to the security agencies and the cooperation of indigents. So when you look at the other side there, actually using the arms against themselves, you look at it. Look at Boko Haram too. The activity of Boko Haram has reduced. The only thing they turn to is kidnapping, and they are still using gun. So guns are coming in through machineries. Guns are coming in through attack on facility of security agencies. Remember NSAS. So you can see various ways that the illicit arm are spreading. Another thing which is giving us problem in coping is that people see, they will not talk. We are now in the era of see something, say something. We need the cooperation of the public, and that is why I'm coming to the second our functions: awareness and sensitization. Thank God for giving me this opportunity. This is power of awareness and sensitization. We are using radio, we are using TV, we are using interface with religious this organization, traditional rulers, students, NYSC, labor unions, have gone around the entire Southwest to say this. We need the cooperation. People should see something and say something when it comes to illicit arms or any other criminal element to the security agencies. Let me break this thing so that people will not misinterpret it. We are not here to counter the activity of security agencies. Let me mention some. Military, DSS, they are doing their work perfectly, and their own is to submit to us. We don't investigate, we don't arrest, we do intelligence, and we share with appropriate security agencies who will go, who will do their work. Our own is to receive and to do the needful, as spelled out in our functions. So that is, I should have that one immediately. Part of our agent is sensitization, which by God's grace, the radio you invited me, we are doing it now. Interface with religious organization. That's another thing. The destruction of submitted arms to the center, we get it destroyed. Where we keep it, we keep it. The center has an armory where we keep all these things for record purpose, which can never be attacked, unlike any other armory. The NSAS problem, whereby some criminal hijack it and they're able to kill some police, security officers, and went to the armory to go and kill them, or police station, divisional offices to go and carry this arm. They are still around, but thank God, the military, the police have submitted each for us. I remember the first one over 3,000. The second one I do recently is over 100,000 by the police.
So by your assessment now, the activities of Boko Haram have been subdued.
I can answer that question too.
No, that's what you said.
Because you are something again. You are a journalist. You are reading. You are changing information. By my own assessment, it has reduced. It has reduced. Remember this election. That's why I have to give kudos to security agencies. That if you look at the entire Borno, except the one that we had in Goza, you understand it. I thank God it was living, but election took place. Do you understand it? Various ID camp are moving to their various houses. That's an improvement. That's an improvement.
The citizens have a role to play. According to you, cooperation of the indigenous in bringing about peace in our land. Within some minutes, maybe one or two, because of the factor of time, can you advise Nigeria and Nigerians on how to ensure that we live in peace?
Thank you very much, sir. Security should be the concern of everybody. Let me start with the parents. Garbage in, garbage out. If you train your children very well, you won't join bad gang, and you mentor him up to university level. That is parenting. There is citizen cooperation. Without it, it can't work. You know, when corruption started, they say whistleblower, and we see what we see. So people should come out to talk. See something, say something. We need the cooperation. Religious leader, traditional rulers have gone to some, and they are ready to cooperate, to give us information. Some are giving us information. Certain participation, there's something you can do. Remember, even among the security agents, there are bad eggs. They are bad eggs. If you turn bad people to be a security officer, then what do we expect? So let's start.
It will be a bad security officer.
Then the society. From parents, you move to society, you move to religion. Look at the churches we have, look at mosques we have, pastors and Afar. Look at Maba. This is the time to preach to the congregation. Let us unite and develop this country to reduce tension on security. People should work. The world is a global village. If America has a problem, Nigeria, Russia and Ukraine, it's affecting us. It's affecting us. Yeah. So people will say Nigeria is sovereign. The whole world is sovereign. But we can talk about our own.
And try to find means of escaping
such a thing. And that is why we should not contribute to insecurity. And by reporting whatever we see, by not encouraging people to manufacture illicit arms for them, and that for their estate. We are coming to that. We have our own Kaduna something.
then we can now make
our
made
and sell and monitor the
that will be
legitimized. We get there.
That's part of technology development when we start to manufacture our own arms and ammunition in a legitimate way. And I want to thank you so much this morning. I can see how passionate you are about the issue of insecurity in this country and the need for us to have our country secured so that we can live in peace, and God will grant us that.
Amen.
Thank you most sincerely this morning, Mr. Ben Shola Akinlade.